trusted news source, ABC6 News at Noon.
Good afternoon, Southern New England. Thanks for watching us. I'm Tiffany Murphy. Cold weather right now, but nothing compared to the wicked weather that we will receive. Wicked wind chill temperatures. Let's check in with ABC6 Storm Tracker meteorologist Nick Morganelli, who joins us now. Really cold.
Yes, we're going to be just about the coldest that we've seen around here in some time. You saw that beautiful sky cam picture of the bay, and temperatures 34 in Providence right now. And there's a little bit of a wind. It adds a little wind chill. That's nothing near. Put a negative sign in front of that 26, and that's what it's going to feel like. 26 below zero for tomorrow evening and into Saturday morning. Temperatures right now 34. Providence, Smithfield 35, 32 in Newport. Let's take you somewhere warm. Key West, Florida. I grabbed a few stills from the sky cam there. And just had to show you what's going on there, because there you go. People hanging out at the beach, enjoying the 80-degree weather today and sunshine. All right, enough of that. I got to tell you what's going on. We're not going to have anything like that unless you hop on a plane and go somewhere. It might be a good idea to do that. Wind chill warning starts tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. and Saturday at 1 o'clock. That is for wind chill temperatures of 20 to 30 degrees below zero. We also have a freezing spray warning. That is the ocean waters spraying into the air and freezing on contact on boats and on other structures. And it's dangerous for mariners to be out there in that particular weather. So this says the National Weather Service, because of the ice accumulation over a short period of time. Right now we have a mostly clear sky. Looking off to the north and west, there's our cold front, the Arctic air mass waiting to come in behind it. And it arrives here tomorrow. So temperature drop all day on Friday, afternoon sub-zero wind chill, and then the worst feel-like temperatures will be Friday night, 20 to 30 below, and the lowest air temperatures Saturday morning of 0 to 6 below here in Rhode Island. Look at the futurecast. Warmest temperatures are tonight to about 4 o'clock in the morning. Then the front moves through. We're in the teens by noon. By 7 o'clock, we're in the single numbers on the thermometer. And now at that point, wind chills are extremely low. And then Saturday morning, we are below zero on the thermometer. But look at you factor in the wind tomorrow. We're below zero at noontime. And we go to Saturday morning, we're a good 20 to 25 below zero for the wind chill factor. Look at northern New England. You'd think it's bad here. 46 below in Laconia, New Hampshire. So that's what's coming. We'll detail this more, and we'll look at the 7-day forecast. I think you're going to like the latter half of the 7-day forecast.
And not to steal your thunder or anything, but you don't have to go anywhere, because this is only sticking around for a couple days. Plus, We're a hardy bunch here, so we'll be rewarded with warmer weather by the start of the week, the work week. Meantime, though, because of these extremely cold conditions, Providence is expanding its homeless shelter capacity just ahead of the bitter cold. Mayor Brett Smiley's office says Crossroads, Rhode Island, Providence Rescue Mission, and Emmanuel House all expanding capacity beginning tomorrow morning. Now, that is in addition to expanded capacity at the Cranston Street Armory. All 9 Providence libraries, by the way, will be open as warming centers on Friday, and 4 will be open on Saturday. New at 12 o'clock today, we got a look today at the Woonsocket woman accused of killing her 70-year-old father. One of 2 high-profile arraignments going on this morning in the capital city. ABC6 reporter Yanni Tregelis was at the courthouse. And Yanni, anything out of the ordinary during her court appearance this morning?
Well, Tiffany, the facts of the case in the first-degree murder charge against Jessica Pamula not read in court today. Now, Pamula, she is charged with killing her father in Woonsocket on Monday night. Now, we have obtained the affidavit of probable cause in that case against her, and I am going to read you some of those details right now, but I do warn you there are some graphic details involved in this. So according to the affidavit, police say that they were called to the home by Pamula's twin sister Danielle on Monday night. And officers, when they got to the home, Danielle told them that she wasn't sure if her father or her sister Jessica were alive. At that time, officers got inside and they found the father, Joseph Pamula, 70 years old, dead inside with a garden shear to his neck. After that, they ended up finding Jessica Pamula inside of the home, and she told them, quote, "He only does this when I'm alone," and, quote, "I had to do it." Officers then, after questioning her, did determine that they do believe that she is the one that killed her father, Joseph Pamula, and she has been charged with first-degree murder. Now, another case also being heard today in Providence District Court, and that was a case against Anthony Oliveira, who is facing a slew of drug charges after a shooting in Pawtucket yesterday. Now, Oliveira was arrested in Pawtucket at 41 Pidge Avenue after police were called to that home for a gunshot wound. A man shot twice in the chest. Oliveira, was taken into custody as a possible suspect in that shooting. And after being taken into custody, police did say that they found plastic bags with white substances inside of them. And after searching them and getting a search warrant for the house, they did find that in those bags, they tested positive for drugs, over 35 grams of cocaine, as well as more than 13 grams of fentanyl inside of those bags that they found and tested on Anthony Oliveira. Again, both Jessica Pamula and Anthony Oliveira arraigned in district court today. Anthony Oliveira actually going to be in Superior Court again this afternoon to be rearraigned on those charges. He is still a person of interest in the shooting that sent a man to the hospital with 2 gunshot wounds to the chest. Both of them are being held without bail. We're live in Providence. Yanni Trigelis, ABC6 News.
That update. Former Cranston Mayor Steve Laffey running for president. He was the Republican mayor of Cranston from 2003 to 2007. He also ran for Senate in 2006, but lost to Lincoln Chafee in the Republican primary. He then moved to Colorado, where right now he is a small cattle and horse rancher. He says he's running in the Republican primary because this period in U.S. history calls for a financial expert. No one hurt in a house fire this morning in Rochester, Massachusetts. The fire department says it got a call around 5 a.m. reporting a house fire on Stewart Road. That family was able to get out safely with their animals just before firefighters got there. It took about 45 minutes to get that blaze under control. We're told mutual aid crews from Freetown and Acushnet helped at the scene. The cause of that fire still under investigation. A procession this morning in Richmond honoring fallen firefighter Robert Gardner. Gardner died of a heart attack last Wednesday. He was 55. He helped put equipment back together after a structure fire response that same afternoon. He was the past deputy chief in the Richmond, Carolina Fire District. The procession led to Gardner's funeral service past Richmond Town Hall. We will have more on this developing story tonight at 4 o'clock. Now to an ABC6 News update. If you saw some police activity in Dartmouth just around 7 o'clock this morning, we now know more about what was going on. Massachusetts State Police tell ABC6 News there was a foot chase. It started on Route 195 in Dartmouth. A trooper saw a stolen car on the highway around 4 a.m. this morning, and police say that person stopped and then took off. The suspect, though, is now in custody. Cranston police investigating a fatal crash. It happened on Dyer Avenue last night. Our photographer capturing a white SUV with heavy damage up against a home in Cranston. Police confirming to us that driver did die. That driver's name, though, being withheld at this time. The cause of the crash still being investigated. Warwick Police launching a new online tip line. Police say residents can now download an app that allows anonymous tips to be sent in. It's called Tip 411. The tips immediately get to an online dispatcher who police say will have the option of sending an officer immediately or forwarding it to a follow-up. More news coming out of the Patriots world. Robert Kraft now speaking on Tom Brady's retirement. Let's listen in.
Not only do I want it, our fans are clamoring for it. And to us, he always has been and always will be a Patriot. We will do everything in our power to bring him back, have him sign off as a Patriot, and find ways to honor him for many years to come.
Initially, Tom retired in February of last year, but that decision did not last long. Still to come on ABC6 News at noon, back on the radar. We'll be back right after this. Now to national news. President Joe Biden set to meet today with members of the Congressional Black Caucus who are expected to call on the president to use his position to rally support for police reform. Now, this comes a day after the funeral of Tyre Nichols, the black man who died days after video shows he was beaten by Memphis police officers.
Today, President Biden meeting with the Congressional Black Caucus at the White House amid renewed calls for police reform. This after recently released video shows the violent beating of 29-year-old Tyre Nichols by Memphis police officers following a traffic stop. He died 3 days later.
One must ask, was not it in the interest of keeping the public safe that Tyre Nichols would be with us here today?
Vice President Kamala Harris at Nichols' funeral Wednesday, vowing to stay committed to cracking down on police brutality.
We demand that Congress pass the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act. Joe Biden will sign it.
But back in Washington, an all too familiar inflection point. The last round of bipartisan negotiations for comprehensive police reform fell apart in 2021 over several issues, including qualified immunity, the legal doctrine that limits victims' lawsuits against police officers. At that time, Biden signed an executive order to create a national database of police misconduct, among other provisions. The White House calling on Congress to pass permanent legislation.
The president told Mr. Nichols' family that he would continue pushing Congress to send the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act to his desk.
The Congressional Black Caucus now focused on two things: requesting for the president to talk about policing in his State of the Union next week and using the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act as a starting framework for new legislation. The parents of Tyre Nichols accepted an invitation to attend President Biden's State of the Union address next week. House Democrats plan to reintroduce the George Floyd Act right after the address. Em Nguyen, ABC News, Washington.
Still to come on ABC6 News at noon, Nick is back with a look at our 7-day forecast, the chance for a warm-up, and that big cool down we've been talking about. Now to that deadly winter storm causing travel chaos across the South. The storm being blamed for 8 deaths, thousands of flight cancellations, and widespread outages in the region. Here's ABC's Morgan Norwood.
That deadly winter storm across the South. From ice, sleet to snow, the below freezing temperatures making for a travel nightmare on the roads.
We slid on some black ice. Stay home and stay safe.
In Texas, the icy conditions leaving some drivers stuck.
And once I stopped, I couldn't get going back up.
This semi-truck in Oklahoma losing control, sliding off the highway. The thick sheets of ice bringing down power lines, leaving hundreds of thousands of customers across the South without power. In Dallas, some walking miles just to find groceries.
Everything is closed.
In Arkansas, HVAC workers swarmed with service calls during the cold snap.
Overwhelmed, can't keep up. We're behind on installs, we're behind on repairs.
As the winter weather continues, more than 70 million Americans across the country on alert. Montana down to Mississippi and north to Maine under ice cold and flood alerts. And in addition to the dozens of crashes seen in the South, nearly 700 flights scheduled for today have already been canceled, following thousands of cancellations and delays since the storm set in on Monday. I'm Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
And now, your ABC6 Storm Tracker weather with meteorologist Nick Morganelli.
So I showed you those beach cams from Key West, Florida, so you don't feel so bad. I guess we can't feel so bad when we see pictures like that. Ice storm warnings, the worst that winter can bring. Everything coated in ice. You can't travel. Very, very dangerous. And that's what they're dealing with across the South. That train of moisture goes all the way off the mid-Atlantic. This is the storm track right now. And we'll take the precipitation away. The winter storm warning, ice storm warning for today through tonight. And then they have flood watches as well on the south side of that system. Before I get to our weather, I do want to remind you, we have some clear sky overhead, and if you can see the green comet ZTF for short, then get out there and look. Look in the northeastern sky. It's pretty low in the sky, but right near the Little Dipper, you should be able to see that tonight. It's going to be too cold tomorrow night to see it for sure. Extreme and dangerous cold Friday and Saturday on our weather headlines. It's staying dry through midweek. Rain likely next Thursday. And we return to a mild pattern, in fact, for the next 10 days or so. About 9 or 10 days, I think, is that pattern. Speaking of patterns, there's that storm track, the jet stream winds keeping that moisture locked right across the southern belt. And then the frigid air is moving our way. The jet stream takes a dip in the east. That allows all this cold air from the Arctic to get released on us. And if we look at the moisture here, and then we have this little strip of snow here running through the Great Lakes, that's the cold front. And this is the Arctic air mass, the leading edge of extreme cold. And it's going to be here in about, 12 to 15 hours from now. So here's the future cast. There's the front as it moves towards us. It may have a little band of snow with it. Most of those snow showers would be northern New England. If we get one in Rhode Island around 3 or 4 in the morning, that could cause some travel issues because cars drive over that snow and it's so cold it'll melt the snow from the weight of the car, the pressure of the car, and then it refreezes. But I don't think we're going to get anything appreciable. If anything comes through, it'll just be some flurries. At least that's the way it looks now. But there's the front early in the morning before dawn. And then as it moves through, look at all the snow, ocean effect snow bands that's set up here. And we've got that freezing spray warning, too, for the coastal communities. So this frigid air stays with us right through Sunday morning. The result of first of all, the wind gusts of 30 to 35 miles per hour Friday into Friday evening, continuing into Friday night. As we get to Saturday morning, the wind starts to abate, but the air temperature is below zero. So even with a wind of 20, we're talking about wind chill factors that are extreme. Here are the wind chills. Friday morning, we're already below zero as you head out the door. By 3 o'clock, it's 10 to 15 below zero. By 3 in the morning is about when it peaks, around 30 below zero. So if you have any late night plans Friday night, it is not going to be a pretty scene. Saturday at noon, we're still at 0 or so for a wind chill. We still have sub-zero wind chills Saturday morning. This pattern, I want to get back to it, right? Remember I said it's a pattern change, right? Look what happens February 6th to the 10th. We're mild. We're above normal. Let's look at that 7-day forecast, see where it takes us. 42 on Sunday, 48 on Monday, and as we get into Tuesday, 45. Overnight lows in the 30s. That's our normal high this time of year. And then we're 50 on Wednesday. And we've got a lot of sunshine, too. So we just got to get through the next 48 hours.
From dangerous temperatures to flip-flops and shorts nearly.
I know,
Look
right?
Look at that change.
Yep.
Still to come on ABC6 News at noon. 6 more weeks of winter. We'll take you to the annual Groundhog Day festivities in Pennsylvania to tell you Phil's prediction. The official prediction is in 6 more weeks of winter. Puxatawny Phil saw his shadow this morning just after 7 o'clock down at Gobbler's Knob in Pennsylvania. Phil also called for 6 more weeks of winter the last 2 years. According to records dating back to 1887, Phil has predicted winter more than 100 times, but he's only been right 40% of the time. Still to come on ABC6 News at noon. Nick has a look at our forecast, the really frigid, chilly temperatures just ahead. We are talking scary cold temperatures this weekend. Let's check in with Nick with a final look at our forecast.
Yeah, and just in case you missed the Key West, Florida, 80-degree beach camera views. There are the people down there basking in the sun. That's where we'd all like to be, especially tomorrow and Saturday for sure. The forecast tonight, 26 moonlight and comet visible, west wind blowing, and then it will shift around to the northwest very late tonight. It gets really windy tomorrow, 20 to 35 mile per hour northwest wind. We'll give it a 10 degree, but it's going to continue to fall all day long with the wind chill going to 20 to 30 below zero by evening. Absolutely brutal cold tomorrow night, dangerous cold through the day on Saturday. Sunday we climb out of it, and we're pretty nice next week. Tiffany?
Call me crazy, but I actually really like winter and having the 4 seasons. And this cold weather is only lasting 2 days. Hey, thanks so much for joining us on the news at noon. That's all the time we have. We'll see you back here for ABC6 News at 4 o'clock. Have a great rest of your afternoon.